afternoon, Colony. My name is a Colonist, and welcome to another edition of CIW. This time, Satan and the Grim Reaper have had issues as far as the World Championship, facing off against the Heroes of Fortune, who've reunited for the first time in a while. And I've actually got a couple people who've put in their opinions on who should win this match. Got quite a few. I'm excited for this. So, these two, here are a couple questions going into this match. One, is Hellfire and Brimstone going to be able to work as a cohesive unit? We've had the issues, we've seen it with Noob Smoke when it came to championships. The singles titles can tear a team apart by the bones. And no pun intended, because it was the Grim Reaper. But will they be able to work as a solid unit? Second question is, the Heroes of Fortune haven't competed as a team in a while. And with Aquaman being the XYZ Champion, are we going to see Symbiote Spiderman maybe turn on Aquaman? Spider-Man, who got turned away, if you will, at the Money in the Bank match, came up a little bit short. And the XYZ Champion, and we may see a champion versus champion situation here. And so I just messaged like all the Magnation people on who they got. Shadow has picked Satan and the Grim Reaper to win, Hellfire and Brimstone. Packard has chosen, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of texting Shadow because, spoilers, he's one of the captains for the Gut Check roster. Now, Packard, I got a response from Packard, the man who is in CIW. And here comes Hellfire and Brimstone.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from parts unknown, the Devil.
Packard has chosen this team, who you never see enter the ring, which I always find very interesting. It's like, what are they doing? You know, why is it that they don't want anyone to see what they're doing? But maybe that's just the way that Hellfire and Brimstone want it. They do find you when you least expect it, so they do appear when, you know, you're dead. Or at least the Grim Reaper does. And here comes Hellfire, or the Heroes of Fortune.
And the opponent, from New York, the Hero.
And Spider-Man's still just not happy with Aquaman's garbage in portraying Bret Hart. And it's just, you could just tell, you see the distaste on Symbiote Spider-Man's face. He's just like, do I really have to tag with this stupid fucking guy? Like, he's happy, like, Symbiote Spider-Man's happy to be representing himself, but I don't think he wants anything to do with Aquaman if he can avoid it. And so Packard, I asked Packard, who's a member of our main roster, I said, Packard, alright, Satan Grim Reaper versus Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Aquaman, who you got? And he said, and this is what he responded, and I quote, Satan for days, the other team is worse than Skeeter and the Red Ranger. That is saying something. If the fact that Packard hates them worse than Skeeter and the Red Ranger, that's pretty bad. So it's 3 votes for Hellfire and Brimstone, because obviously I'm not going to root for Aquaman. Because everybody knows my issues between me and Aquaman have our debacles, if you will. And so this is going to be a straight up tag team match. Looks like the Grim Reaper are going to start out, as is the XYZ Champion, Aquaman. And I think Spider-Man is here just really for his own benefit. If he can win, that's all he cares about. He really doesn't care about Aquaman at all. But they ended up making a decent team. And collar and elbow tie up to start out the match. Right hand by the Grim Reaper. And an inverted atomic drop. Very quick in this match. And then signaling for the evil within the Grim Reaper. Obviously, a crucial part of this match is the evil demons that possess both Satan and the Grim Reaper. Or the Grim Reaper and Satan possess. And Satan now interlocked by Spider-Man, who tries to lift up Satan, and Satan having none of it. Big back body drop as a counter. Now these two looking to make an impact. All four of these men looking to make an impact. And you have to wonder if this tag match is really giving either man, as far as the Grim Reaper or Satan goes, if it's really giving either man momentum. You know, when you think about it, and oh my god! What a fallaway slam over the top rope! Symbiote Spider-Man might be dead. Not 100% sure, but he might be. And, again, no guarantees. And Spider-Man now dragging Satan in the middle of the ring. Big boot to Spider-Man. Grim Reaper all over that shit. So we've got 3 votes for Hellfire and Brimstone, including the Shadow and Packard. Packard set to face off against Ken Masters this Saturday in a tag team match. And now let's do a little stat books for you, since this has been the week of stats. Let's start out with Aquaman, who is failing at lifting up Satan. Symbiote Spider-Man still in the ring for some reason. Oh no, Spider-Man's a legal man. Aquaman is not. And after that failed attempt, and Spider-Man now getting the better of an exchange, but they just tried to clothesline Satan, and Satan just looked at Spider-Man like, you fucking kidding me? Like, are you serious right now? So, and now Spider-Man getting the better of Satan, doing very well for the as far as the champion, taking out the champion. Grim Reaper now tagged in a big boot to Spider-Man. Spider-Man turned inside out. He briefly wore his red costume again before switching back to black. Let's do some stats here for you. Let's start with Heroes of Fortune. Symbiote Spider-Man, 5-5. He's got an even record right now. Has won a good set of matches and has lost a good set of matches. Aquaman has the best record in CIW at 10-1. Has lost 1 match his entire career, cover, and only a kick out at 1. Thanks to Aquaman's interference. Aquaman 10-1. That is ridiculous. That should not be the statistic. Or the person who should have that stat should not be Aquaman. That just annoys the fuck out of me. But that's just because I really hate Aquaman, and I hate Aquaman's success. I think that's the problem. And oh, a nice sunset flip into a drop kick by Spider-Man, who's really been holding his own against the champion and the number 1 contender. Roll up. Is this going to be it? 1, 2, and kick out at 2 by the Grim Reaper, not by Satan's interference. Aquaman got to him before he could. And the Grim Reaper having none of that, now a sleeper hold, a dragon sleeper onto the illegal man, which is Aquaman. And now Spider-Man has got the Grim Reaper in. Aquaman really doing nothing this match, but Spider-Man has been impressive against these two. And speaking of Hellfire and Brimstone, these are going to be kind of shocking stats. The Grim Reaper is 2-2. He's only had 4 matches in his CIW career, which is pretty surprising. Oh, flying crossbody onto Aquaman on the outside. Tag into Satan. Big boot again to Spider-Man. And our champion, Satan, you will not believe this, Satan is 1-4. No, wait, no, that can't be right. Satan won 2 matches at least. Satan won his championship, but he also won that tag match recently against the other Rangers. I think he's 2-4. But still, not the greatest of records for our World Heavyweight Champion. Will he add a third to his repertoire tonight? We will have to see now. Kick to the gut and right hands, and Satan now in the wrong end of dodge here. And now Spider-Man just going with vicious right hands. Close fist punches into Satan's skull, and I assume that he's trying to avoid the horns as far as when he's punching him, because obviously you throw a punch in the horns and your hand is gone. mutilated. You get a flipper. Which for Aquaman wouldn't be too surprising, but I doubt Spider-Man would be cool with that, because obviously, I mean, Spider-Man doesn't even like water to begin with. And actually it's funny, because I've just been playing the PS2 game, the Spider-Man 2. The one, not the Amazing Spider-Man, but oh, what a flying clothesline onto from the Grim Reaper onto Symbiote Spider-Man. Spider-Man the legal man, or no, it is champion versus champion legally. Grim Reaper now taking it to Spider-Man on the outside. Aquaman pathetically attempting to lift Satan. Satan having none of it in the double axe handle. And both of these now 3 out of 4 men outside the ring. Referee John Clayton assigned to the contest. And Satan apparently getting in and out of the ring, taking a quick breather. Because Spider-Man, who was really all over Satan. I was impressed by Spider-Man's assault on both Hellfire and Brimstone. But I have to give it to Hellfire and Brimstone. They have been very well handled. There's been no garbage. There's been no issues between the two of them in this tag match. Quick tags. Another big boot, this time to Aquaman. This has really been an Uh-oh. Are we going to see the tombstone? We might see the end of this match right here. And dead. Good. Aquaman's done. Dead. Forever. The cover, 1, 2, and... Okay. That was pathetic. So, Spider-Man ran in the ring, ran to Aquaman's feet, and just stopped. So, apparently, I don't think that Spider-Man really likes tagging with Aquaman. Aquaman receives his 2nd loss. Spider-Man is 6th. So Spider-Man getting a 2nd loss in CIW, which I believe gives Waluigi a better record at 6-1. Wario and Waluigi, fun factor now, the only 2 members of CIW to have only 1 loss. Impressive stats by Team Mischief, for sure. And so the winners are the men who are going to be competing in that tag match. They're competing in the World Heavyweight Championship match. Satan and the Grim Reaper, Hellfire and Brimstone, come out on top. And your Al Snow tweet of the day: Madonna is 55 and her boyfriend is 22. J-Lo is 43 and her boyfriend is 26. Don't worry if you're not dating, they might not be born. So, that's a little creepy. It's a different side of Al Snow, but not really. So my name's The Colonist, and we will see you next time.